Welcome back to the Spreadsheet Edit channel. So today we'll talk about the activity trackers. So the requirement given over here, you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the 7 columns that is given, and there are ways to improve based on these simple things. I would like to just give around 20 activities over here, so that's why you can see from 1 until 20. Okay, so for the date, I will just put 30th of June until 1st of July, and of course I just put under 2023, and then also the time. Okay, so this time is referring to the 24-hour base. Okay, that's why you didn't see the AM PM over here. Okay, for the started part, the requirements over here will be not started yet, started, completed, and if there's delay, like for example the time, right, the actual start time is delay compared to the this expected time. Okay, so expected start time over here is 30th of June, 12 p.m. 12 midnight. This is not p.m. Okay, 12 p.m. will be sorry, this is 12 p.m. Okay, so in the afternoon. Okay, midnight will be 000, which is over here. Okay, so from here you can see this time, right? Let's say I start the expected time is here, but by delay maybe 1 o'clock, 1 in the afternoon, which is 1 p.m. 30th of June. Then this one will be highlight entire things over here until the status. Okay, so for here, right, this status, right, will been delay, and when it just completed all these things, okay, these two completed, we'll put completed. Okay, but there'll be highlight over here. Okay, so for this, okay, so we will need to determine when it's going to delay. Okay, of course we're going to check on this one delay, and then the end time delay, because at the end of the day we will need to check, okay, whether this actual start or actual end, right, is delay, right, or both also delay, right, will return as delay. So basically we need to have additional 3 columns. Okay, so from here I will go and add 3 columns here. Okay, so I just insert 3 columns to the left. Okay, so the first one will be just claim as start delay, and the second column, okay, new end delay, and the last one will be delay. So in order to do this one, okay, there will be a formula involved. Okay, for start delay, basically you can see you need to compare with the now as well, because this now, right, okay, it will be referring to the this time. Okay, so of course when I set over here, right, because now it's October already. Okay, so it will show delay for sure. Okay, and because if nothing will enter over here, so the formula will be we using the nested if as well. Okay, so if, and it's a multiple conditions here, so we can use all. Okay, so for this can detail start time. Okay, so the start time, if the start time over here C, okay, C2, and of course this one, right, I need to put as reference so that will not change. Less than now. And the other column is I will go and check the checkers of the actual start. If the actual start, there's nothing over here, so the actual start will be using length, and then trim this actual start. Okay, close bracket and close bracket equals 0. Okay, so this means that if this one actual start is nothing, right? Okay, and I'm going to put close this condition, and actually this one is, there are two things over here. First one is I use the and, okay, inside the first condition, which is now I'm talking about. Okay, the first one is, let's say the current time, right, is bigger than the expected time, and the actual start is not enter, right, which is that maybe forgotten enter or whatever, it will become delay. And the other condition, of course, we're using an and, okay, and let's say this one's right, okay, is enter something, okay, so the next condition will be the actual start over here, okay, and of course the first criteria over here, right, we need to check whether it's empty or not, so we always use this formula, more than 0, and of course I need to set the column, okay, and the other condition is the actual start time more than the expected start time, so basically is this one, okay, more than C2. Okay, so I'm going to NX. Okay, so from here, because I'm going to make the formula nicer, so and the N and the N the O, so these are two criteria I need to check. And okay, so if is make either one right, okay, it will be delay, which I just put Y, otherwise it will be N. Okay, so, and of course now it will be definitely this one, so I need to change to the other key port, which is the US key port. There's things because of this one, the double cut issues. Okay, so the start delay already completed. Now I'm going to do the end delay. So for the end delay, and we also do the same thing also. Of course, we'll check on the expected end time. Okay, so this is the expected end time. Okay, so this is the actual end time, which is user doing key in. Okay, so for this end delay, what we can think about? Okay, we can use the same formula as well. Okay, so as you can see, there are also two conditions. Okay, so and we going to say change it, okay, to the okay, so the end delay over here, right, this one become D2. D2 is later than, which is the current time more than the delay time, right? Okay, so we're gonna change. So and then the C also need to change to D, and then this E, right, going to change to F, and also this one going to change to F as well, and empty change to F. Okay, so this means that, okay, if these two criteria is all criteria, and then first criteria is, okay, this expected end time is less than the current time, which is current time more than this that time, right, definitely true, and then this actual end time is empty. Okay, so we return delay, and otherwise over here, and the other condition is this one is not empty, okay, which is more than 0, you use this formula return over here, right? Okay, and the F2 is more than the D2. Okay, the time capture over here is more than this, you return as Y. Okay, either one return, we return Y. So that's all, so as simple as that. And for the overall delay, basically it's more straightforward, because we just select either one is Y, then it will return Y. So for this case, we will just use the if, and then this is very straightforward, if. Okay, so if this one, we're going to use the all criteria, and this value equal to Y or n value go to y, then we can close it. This one will return as y, either one return y will return delay as well. Okay, so you can change. Let's say you don't like the y, you can put yes, yes, okay, and n and also have n. So these three already complete. Okay, this is the formula. Okay, for the status part, okay, so the status part will be slightly complicated. Okay, so because we need to think about the multiple case. Okay, so the first one we'll think about when it's going to not started yet. Okay, for not started yet, definitely we can think about the actual start time and actual end, right, is totally empty. Okay, so it's by default regardless of what. Okay, so the formula over here. Okay, so for this one, first one we need to consider of not started yet. Okay, what's the criteria, and then delay and started and completed. Okay, so there are these four criteria. So the first one we'll think about we'll segregate. Okay, first is, let's say both is empty. Okay, so and when these two are empty, right, okay, these two are empty, definitely it's not started yet. Okay, and also if the start time, okay, so let's say this one, right, later on we can change this, the date, okay, to the 16, then we can verify once. Okay, this is not a big deal. Okay, so this one I also can change it, the other one. Okay, so we can very double check on this. Okay, which is the formula. Okay, so from here, right, first of all we need to think about two criteria. Okay, so the two criteria. Okay, so from here, right, I'm going to do the n first. Okay, the n will be okay, so this one I just start, close it, and close one again. Okay, so equals to 0, and the other one I also use the same one, which is the okay, close twice, 0. Okay, so this is the first criteria. Okay, so you can see over here. Okay, so to make things easier, right, okay, I'm going to write like this. Okay, so this is a true. Inside true we also got nested if as well. Okay, so the if will be slightly complicated, which is okay, over here we only need to think about if the start time. Okay, so the start time, let's say the start time, right, the expected start time. So the expected start time is less than now. So expected start time will be ABC. This one is quite annoying. So this one less than now. Okay, so less than current time, and it will return delay. Actually we can have more simple things. We can base on this delay. Okay, but at the end we're not going to return delay. This delay will be used for the conditional formatting. Okay, so now it's delay, and then if this one is less than, otherwise it will return back the true criteria, which is not started yet. Okay, we complete the true criteria. So and then the next one, Okay, now the next one we're going to check the start time. Okay, so the next one will be much more complicated because if the next if also. Okay, so the next one we come out think about the actual start. Okay, and the actual start is key in something, but the actual end is starting. Okay, so it's nothing to key in. Okay, and then we need to consider the actual start, right? Okay, so it's less than, which is delay. Okay, return delay and then put started, and the other condition will be put for the completed, because when we put the actual end, right, we indicate the status completed. Okay, so for this case going to do this. Okay, if and open and close. So this criteria we're going to do is like and we're going to put the end condition first, and of course put these two, so that we understand inside there's the logic if to the combiners of logic if. So we put end length and then trim, check what, of course we're going to check the what is equal to 0. Okay, we can check the actual end. So the actual end is this E2. Oops, there is my delay. Okay, so this is the E2. Okay, E2 equals 0. Sorry, it's not E2 is 0, it's more than 0. So let's say it's enter the time, and then the next one will be I need to check the actual end. So the actual end over here equals 0. So if this is the things, okay, so the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to check another if again, and of course I'm going to put 2 comma here. The first one I'm going to check the H2, which is this actual start. Okay, is it less than now? Okay, so if less than now, then I'm going to put A. Okay, otherwise I'm going to put started. Okay, so and the things. Okay, so the next one we're going to check so the next things. Okay, usually for completed. Okay, for completed we also got the things like and what and. Okay, so we can check this length, trim, check on the. Okay, so these two I need to ensure these two H2 E2 close it more than 0, and also line trim F2 also more than 0, and I can close the bracket, comma. I think I put extras things, so I can put completed. Otherwise I don't know what's the issues. Okay, so I think I have extra, extra. So this is thing at the end will turn delay because everything's delay unless I change this one. Okay, let's say this one I change now is 16, right? I change to 17. Okay, so let's say I change to 17. Okay, so you immediately see the not started yet. Okay, because I didn't check this one as well. Apparently they should have more than the timer. Okay, so then we can play around. Actually there will be another scenario, like for example this one right is key in. Okay, that's why over here right I didn't put over here, so both is more than 0, and I didn't put the things the times right. This one never equal in for this criteria right, it's always returned complete. So if I need to secure it down right, okay, so and this one right, this case right, this end time always bigger than start time, will return completed. Okay, so from here I'm going to put the F2 more than E2. Okay, so E2, so I completed this one. I'm going to put invalid start time or end time less than start time. I can put these things. Okay, so now I can do this one right. Now you see this one is, I just remove one only. By right you should turn this one. Oh sorry, this is not the case, not started yet, because I put over here. Okay, and there's another condition is checking on the expected. Just now it's actual, so actual is the actual right. I just put like this, I copy over here. So this one, the actual, I should put more besides actual time less than actual start time. So this one's right, they don't get in the right text it. Okay, so this is the things. Let's I remove it. Okay, started. Okay, so this one's right. Which one is it? Okay, so when we see the E2, okay, C and D, where's C and D? Oh, there will be another things we need to consider. Okay, delay, there's no D over here, so let's say that there's an empty errors or error handling we need to consider of this one. Okay, C2 and D, these two empty. Okay, C2 delay started, yes, C2 less than this one. Okay, so and then put here. Actually we can do over here. So let's say these two are empty right. Okay, so we can play around over here. So delay, and we can play around here. So basically it changed, not started yet. Okay, so that's why over here is okay, not started yet. So not started yet over here, we can play around another if here to indicate this one. Okay, so for there right, just a very simple things. We just put the if over here. So we just complete this inside first. Okay, so and then this one will be done, not started yet. Okay, so let's say right, okay, this D2 is less than the E2 C2, D2 less than the C2, then we can do the message like invalid. Actually we can make the description more simplified. Like here we put invalid expected end time. Okay, because here I just put end time. Over here right, invalid end time and actual end time. Okay, so later on we can put a description over here, invalid end time. So this is what we get. Okay, so over here right, when we change that this one to 17, we will put not started yet. Okay, so because now it's 17, okay, now it's 16, that's why you can see. Okay, so let's say I put this one to the actual start and end. we'll put completed, and then let's say I just change this one to 7 invalid end time, so I just can expand slightly. Okay, so this is the status. Okay, so this is the additional status. See how we enhance it. Okay, so we can do step by step, and once we done, right, okay, so basically these two can remove, and then the formula over here, right, what we're going to do is that we just drag, and of course this is the Google spreadsheet. Okay, so in Google spreadsheet we cannot define it as table. You see, there's no table. We cannot do anything as a table. Okay, so this is the bad thing of the Excel, no, the Google spreadsheet. I only can do the name ranges. Okay, so if you can make it as the tables, right, and if we have a inheritance property, which is this formula build ones, right, so we don't do any drag. When you enter here, we inherit all the things format over here. Okay, so and also this one, this limited things, as you can see, just under 20 lines, and this is the list. Okay, so is activity list trackers. Okay, and then we're going to provide the summary in the next video. Okay, so that's all for today.